All right, y'all. Next up, we have Jackson State's post game conference. I I definitely want to hear what they have to say about this because, oh man, I'm. Let's get on with it, man. Let's get on with it.
Cameron Silman Craig. So we'll start with some opening remarks from Coach Prime, and then we'll open it up to questions for all three. Coach Prime.
I'd like to thank the Orange Blossom Classic for a tremendous classic, a tremendous week of festivities, a wonderful occasion. The hospitality was certainly on point. And then I'd like to digress and send love back to Jackson, Mississippi. I know throughout the game it's like an escape for a lot of people that resides in Jackson that's dealing with this consistent water situation that we're certainly dealing with as well. But if we could give them the escape that we did today, their resilience, their mental toughness, everything that we've learned from them since we got on campus and we came together. Ironically, we all was in high school together. And I'm just thankful for just being that escape and that escape, that exit. I'm a little flustered today. We lost grandma.
Oh
My
man.
grandmother. So, I
Oh
got that news
man.
today. And it wasn't pleasant, but we had to go out there and do
Damn.
what we had to do. Everybody in here is going through something, but you still had to do what you have to do. And I'm thankful for the victory. I'm thankful for the way these young men played. And let's open it up for questions.
Damn.
Again.
Hold on, man. Hold on. All right, yo, I was not ready for that. I was not ready for that. That was wow. My condolences, man. Damn. Yeah. I mean, it's always tough. Not only them losing a family member, but what the city of Jackson is dealing with their water situation, and honestly, not even want to make fun of FAMU, bro, not right now, but it's what Jackson, the city of Jackson is dealing with is way more severe than what FAMU is dealing with in terms of their players being ineligible to play. Jackson, the city of Jackson is dealing with way more. So I know Jackson State, their players was feeling the effects of it. But my condolences to his grandmother, man. I was not ready for that. That was, man.
And opening up for questions, please
Wow.
raise your hand. Wait for your microphone to be brought to you. Please state your name and your affiliation before asking your question.
Charles Bishop of the pregame show, Coach.
Gotcha.
All summer, you have preached dominate to this
Right.
team. It's 59 points, a sort of statement that you wanted to send to the rest of the conference.
We don't send statements. We play football. However the scoreboard ticks, it ticks. We had a specific understanding on what we could not do and what we couldn't allow. We made some mistakes in some key areas. But if I look at it positively, offense, defense, as well as special teams, especially the kicking game, was on point. Everybody talk about what they have and who they brought in. They forgot we got better too. Not only in the locker room, but with the coaches. Our staff is much better. The support staff is much better. The kicking game is phenomenal. The punter today, the extra point field goals, even field goal, we're on point. So all three phases, we're dominant. And the only way these young men are going to get to the next level is to dominate in everything in life, academically, community-wise, as well as on the field. And that's what we're aiming at. Nothing less. We're not settling for nothing less.
Quick follow-up.
And that was the thing last year too, where they left a whole bunch of points on the board because their kicking game was absolutely awful. They missed. I don't even know how many times they missed extra points because of a lack of a field goal kicker, and then they couldn't even kick a field goal. They just left so many points on the board. So yeah, and I've said this before the season started. I knew that everybody in the SWAC is a year or two behind Jackson State. It's it's gonna take at least 2 years for everybody to catch up to what Jackson State is doing because they just have so much on their side. Like they have like their strength and conditioning coach, like the amount of experience that they have on their coaching staff, like it's too much. It's too much.
And you touched on it, all three phases were dominant today, but Coach Dennis Sturman and his defense, this is 2 years now that FAMU has not scored a touchdown. Just talk about the...
Well, we're mad about the 3 points.
Oh, man. Okay, hey, I knew it. Hey, you know what that said? Oh, man, he was mad about the 3 points. I knew it. I knew it was coming. But yeah, man, like when you want a shutout, like, and there was like that close to getting it because he didn't want to say it, but they wanted to make a statement for the rest of the SWAC. That was a statement game, and if Coach Prime wasn't gonna say it, then everybody else on the team gonna say it, and if nobody else is gonna say it, then I'm gonna say it. That was a statement game for the rest of the SWAC, man. FAMU was supposed to be the second, if not the best team in the SWAC, and they did that to him. That was a statement game, man. Like, no, like, you not better than me. You not better than me. That's what that was. Come on, man. That was a statement game,
and,
man.
It's so funny that it was... Now, as Gaddy came to me after the game, he's like, Coach, my bad. I let us down. I said, no, you did, my brother. You played your butt off. That was just one minor situation that afforded them 3 points. But I love that it was still on his heart after a dominant victory like that. So our kids, they understand the task and the assignment, and they follow through with it.
Good evening, Mark Stallworth, Miami Times. My question is to Shador. You have a new career high in passing touchdowns, and you went 29 for 33. Was at one point where 17 or 17.
Sorry, that was like Kevin Hart did it. Dang!
How were you able to lock in so early, and how did the game just slow down for you?
Really just taking the completions. Last year, the game was really fast. This year, everything slowed down. It's my second year. I got experience now. So my pops, Coach Brown, told me going out there, hey, take what they going to give you. So then I did that, and I listened to him, and that's the result.
And I don't know, like, if y'all was completely watching the game, right? But you saw how many times he just threw the curl route in the open hole in the slot. Like, I swear he did that throughout the game. And then when FAMU started covering that, he started throwing it deeper down the field. And, like, there was absolutely nothing that FAMU could do, man, because, like, FAMU was actually giving him the short routes, and the guys were just turning it into 5 and 6 yard games, and it kept happening. So when they started to go man coverage, now it really opened the field up for him to throw it more down the field, and you really saw what happened. It was that dominant.
Jacques Taylor, JJT Media Group. This is for Shador and Cameron. Can you guys talk a little bit about how you were able to focus this week with the water issues and being off campus for a couple of days before the game?
Football's an escape for all of us. So whenever we get in the locker room, whenever we get around football time, then everything goes out the window. So we knew how the magnitude of this game in the Orange Blossom Classic. So we just locked in, handle our business.
I'm staying in the hotel for a couple of days and just being around the guys every day, all day. It kind of brought us closer together, just like a brotherhood, just out having fun. So we came out on the field. It was like we've been with these kids all day. So we just went out there and had fun, basically.
Vaughn Wilson, HBCU Game Day. Coach Prime, after the Celebration Bowl last year, you drew a line in the sand. Mm-hmm. You said, my guys up front will never be the way they were last year. You got to protect your quarterback. Do you think overall what you saw today is a correction of all of those issues that you saw in the celebration?
The correction as well as protection. Not only on the offensive side, but on the defensive side. It's a lot of new faces, a lot of new, A lot of new men that are more than capable of doing the job. When you lose a guy like James Houston, you tend to think it's going to be a tremendous drop-off. We have 4 guys that can straight out go get that quarterback. And we have a secondary on the back end, and we're not even at full tilt right now. We played with probably 60% of a Travis Hunter, and you see what he's capable of doing. With 60% of Travis Hunter is 100% of anybody else. So everybody keep talking about what they had and what they acquired in the offseason. They forgot we got players too, coaches too, personnel too. Uplift us and take this to another level. We're not playing against SWAC, man. We don't think like that. We're just out there trying to dominate. We don't give a darn what the color of the uniform and whose name is on the front of the back. I'm thankful that their names are on the back. You saw that? That was a blessing, wasn't it? It was good. So things do change when you say something about it.
And one thing about Travis Hunter, bro, for him to come back from injury, like, and I'm glad he said that, because not only is Travis Hunter was not completely healthy, I'm sure of it, Shiloh Sanders wasn't even out there. They didn't even have Shiloh Sanders out there in the secondary was just dominant like that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, yo, like Jackson State has the best secondary in the country, and it really showed. And it's gonna be really scary when not only when Travis Hunter gets completely healthy during the season, because I know that it's gonna be time. Look, if this keeps happening, there's gonna be games where they're not even gonna have to play Travis Hunter the entire game, and it's gonna give Shiloh Sanders time to get healthy. Fam, the sky is the absolute limit for this team. Like it's gonna be straight crazy.
Love it.
Straight crazy.
In the middle.
Dwayne Nash from the Yard HBCU Sports from Hero Sports. This question goes to the Sanderses, both of you. Coach, you talked about, and I'm piggybacking off of Charles here. I remember you bringing up the word dominant or dominate during the SWAC Media Day, and you guys were extremely dominant on all facets of the game. Shador, you're 29 for 32, also career high. You had 9 defensive possessions. God, do I feel like going through all these stats? 9 defensive possessions where there were 3 plays or less. Can you, and also you talked about the kicking game as well with the field goal. What was the difference in terms of the way that you guys looked last year coming into this season?
Well, we have a better understanding of what the coaches desire and what they want. And we had more time to go find the type of player, smart, tough, fast, disciplined with character, and guys that want it, not guys that trick-or-treating, pretending that they want it. We're serious about this. We're serious about this. So we practice at a certain level. The things that you see it in the game today, we do it at practice. So some of the letdowns that you saw in the game, we saw that foolishness in practice, and we're going to address that. But we expect that. We don't expect nothing less. We expected that result today. That's not a surprise, is it? Was that a surprise to us?
No. I've been visualizing it for a minute, all week.
It was a surprise to me, goddammit. It was a surprise to me.
Preparation all week, just sitting down talking to Coach Brett. He was ready. He was ready for this game as we always, and I trust him. And as an offense, we all trust him going into this game, and it's just a family on offense, so now everybody got to eat. You know, like 12 different receivers got the ball today, by the way.
Yeah, 11 of them from you.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, we don't play favorites. The end zone don't care who crosses it.
Fam.
Keith Hadley, HBC.
That's
Digital
crazy,
Network.
fam.
I had a question, Coach Prime. I've noticed that you're building your program differently. You're potentially becoming the archetype of what many HBCUs should be by adding analysts and other things that I haven't seen any other.
Isn't that what they do?
HBCU do. They do. And I was going to ask you the question.
Well, why are we on to that? Why is it new to us?
Correct. And
why is it new to us?
Yes, sir.
Why is it new to us? Isn't it how it's supposed to be done? So that means we were doing something wrong over here.
I concur.
So when you get it right, we don't need hand claps to say we got it right. This is how it's supposed to be done. I think people forget I played 2 sports at the highest darn level. I mean professional. I know how it's supposed to look. So when I bring it to fruition, a challenge, authoritative figures on what it's supposed to look like, you got to ride with me. Because it's for them. It ain't for me. I've had a good run. Still rolling though, but I had a good run. Everything is for them. I know how it's supposed to look. So the more we're able to assist them and give them statistics and situation and game type. I heard him on the plane. I was darn near asleep, and I woke up, you know, the offense coordinator was right here behind him, and he was just going over every possible blitz package they had. He's like, I got them all. Is there anything I forgot? Because I know where they're coming from. I know anything they could do, I'm ready. Is there anything I'm missing? I said, dang.
God,
oh, it's going to be a birthday. It's going to be a birthday. You know the song from 50, we're going to have a party, it's your birthday. I mean, it was that's how I felt on the plane when I heard him talking to the OC about all the different defenses that they could possess. And blitz pass.
God damn. Ooh, oh man. I take that back. Everybody is 3 years behind. That's scary, fam. When you have somebody come into your offensive coordinator and say, yo, I got every blitz package that they're gonna run. Am I missing anything? Fam, that's scary. That is scary. And you know what? I'm glad he said what he said about him playing at the highest level so that he knows what it's supposed to look like. Because Eddie George did the same thing. Hugh Jackson was an NFL head coach. Eddie Robinson played in the NFL. They should be doing the same thing. So I know that Coach Prime is a Hall of Famer, but he played professional football just like Eddie Robinson, just like Eddie George did, and Hugh Jackson is a former NFL head coach. So they should be following what Coach Deion is doing. And if they don't do it soon, Jackson State is about to run away with the SWAC. They're about to run away with it for years.
Packages.
Y'all better catch up. Y'all better keep up.
Coach, Tim Draft, HBCU. I noticed that Dejon Warren didn't play into the second half. Was that disciplinary or?
No, that's not. We don't. No, that's not a discipline thing. That's a balling thing. We deep, man. We're deep. You gotta have. You could go from first to third team in one practice. We're that deep. What did you just say about the receivers? How many?
12.
And we left one with 14 touchdowns. Did y'all forget that? What's his name?
Wide man.
That's right.
Oh, I forgot. Oh my God. I forgot about him not playing. Oh my. Yo, I completely forgot, bro. They didn't even have their best receiver from. Oh man. It's about to get dark. I did not realize that. That is crazy. Oh, it's about to get dark. It's finna get dark.
I forgot. Another D tackle. They played a lot last year.
Oh my!
You got to get with it. Or we gonna keep going. Life ain't gonna wait for you. We're not just teaching football lessons, man. We're teaching life lessons here.
In the front, the microphone coming.
Vicki Jones, VMH Magazine and Sports, just to piggyback on what you said in terms of life lessons. Something that I saw, Shador, that you did whenever you guys got the trophy, you went over, you got the trophy, and then you went over, one, to the fans. Two, you wanted to make sure all of us move back so that the entire team can be a part of the photo. That spoke character, selflessness. Can you speak to that thought?
Well, we did this for the city, for Jackson, Mississippi, first and foremost. And the team is no me without the team. So just making sure we all get to share that moment, because whenever you're in life, and my pops taught me this, when you're in life, you got everything, you still need people around you. You still, like, you can have everything in the world, but you could be lonely. So just being able to share this moment with everybody, with all my guys, people that we work every day with, it's beautiful. So that's why I did that.
Dang! That was good, wasn't it? Just coming out. That's good stuff, son.
Mia Berry with Anscape. Orange Blossom Classic is over. You guys mentioned momentary escape. Now reality kind of sets in. You guys head back to Jackson with a shortened week. How does preparation look like for that next game?
Well, thank God that we have a staff and trying to say this correctly, and I'm not lost for words. We have a team behind us that supports us in every facet. So we've already talked about the hotel that when we get off the plane that the kids are going to go to, the food vendors that's going to serve the kids, how we're going to wash all the clothing at those separate hotels, and what day we're going to leave now to go to Memphis. We got to change all of that. And when you talk about business, and that's why everybody's trying to send water, I'm like, thank you, we appreciate the water, we're not neglecting that, but that's like $15,000 a night with the number of students that we're taking to a hotel. Is the campus is shut down. How can we go out there and dominate like that and take a child back to something that's shut down and you have no water, you can't even flush the darn toilet, you have no air. You have to think about all that stuff. So tonight, these are all the thoughts going to my head. Make sure these kids are taken care of. We got to make sure these kids are taken care of. How can we do what all we're doing, asking these kids to do what they've done, playing on national TV, then we take them back to some foolishness. So those are the type of things that are happening. Thank God we have administrators that understand priority and to help us in all facets, but we're still $15,000 a clip a night for the number of persons. That's a deal, and we got a deal on that.
The last two questions, one here on the left and then here on the right in the front.
Savadin, USA Today. Coach, sorry for your loss.
It's just a matchup. You said USA Today. I was looking at that.
Sorry for your loss. I wanted to ask, was this your grandmother, Miss Hattie Mae Mims?
Yes.
I guess what was her, her impact in your life?
Grandma had a good run. Grandma had a good run. Grandma was well within her 90s. Grandma was the patriarch of the family. Grandma was the one who took me to church. Well, Grandma was the one who taught me about the Lord. Grandma was the one that I stayed with when I got ignorant. Yeah, Grandma was the one that used to whoop my butt. Grandma used to look out the window when I went across the street to hoop or play ball, and I would see her little face looking out the window because I know I had to be home before it got nighttime because Grandma didn't play. Grandma was a disciplinarian. She was a God-fearing woman to the day she left. Grandma was everything. So I lost a real woman. A real woman.
Jacques Taylor, JJT Media Group. Cameron, can you talk about how you guys went about trying to shut down Florida A&M's offense?
Florida State? What you been talking to? I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't even know. I'm sure I ain't got nothing to do with that. That ain't gonna happen.
Well, all week in the secondary, we just preach to be physical. You know what I'm saying? Fly around, get to the ball, be physical, and just listen to our coaches. Basically, it's an easy scheme. We just had to go out there and dominate and play physical.
Well, that concludes our press conference. We thank Coach Prime.
Oh, it's about to get dark for the rest of the SWAC. Yo, I didn't even... Fam, Jackson State don't even have all of their starters on offense or defense. And they did that. That's completely telling. That's just that lets us know that they can put the first, second, and third stringers in, and they'll play the exact same way. Herman Smith was all around the ball. He was all around the ball. He done dropped the pick. He got a block punt for a touchdown, and he got a deflection. I think he had like 2 or 3 deflections in the game, man. Yo, just fam, Jackson State, dog, is about to run. They're about to run wild in this conference, man. It's about to be scary, dog. But they got Tennessee State next. And we're about to go react to that game. And let me tell y'all something. Tennessee State ain't for play neither. So if Jackson State can do to them what they just did to FAMU, y'all in trouble. Y'all in trouble. I can't